Hi everyone, today we are kicking off a brand new series on the channel, the SAP ABAP series. If you have been following the main SAP lectures, you already know what SAP and ERP are. Actually, we have defined already in the previous lectures. Now it's time to go one level deeper into the SAP actual programming side of SAP, and this is lecture number 1, and we are starting with the most basic question, that what is SAP. So let's go into it. So ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Programming Language. In simple words, it's SAP's own programming language, the language behind almost everything that's custom built inside an SAP system. If you ever work on an SAP project and something need to be built specifically for any company, or like a custom report, a special screen, an automated process, so there is a way. There is a very good chance it's built using SAP ABAP. Okay, now ABAP is a programming language, just like Java, C, C++, or Python. But here's an important difference you need to know. With a language like Java, you can build all kind of application, all kind of, and games, web portals, Android apps, and much more. ABAP is different. It's a business language actually. It's specifically built by SAP, and specifically for developing SAP applications only. So you don't you would not be building a mobile game in ABAP, but you will be building powerful business solutions in SAP inside, like reporting screens, enhancements, all of these things. Here on screen, you can see a small snippet of what real ABAP code actually looks like, this one. And here is the good news. ABAP is very simple to learn compared to other programming languages, and it supports both procedural programming language and both like object-oriented programming. So here is flexibility in how you write it. So it depends upon you. So what exactly can you build using ABAP? Quite a lot actually. It's a very important question. So ABAP is used to develop SAP reports, interfaces, and data conversions, enhancement, forms, and scripts, and in forms like smart forms, Adobe Forms, and multiple. There are module pool programming like screens, etc., and SAP workflows. So there is actually a short way to remember most of this. It's generally known as RICEF, which stands for reports, interface, conversion, enhancement, and forms. You will hear this term a lot once you start working on real SAP projects. So these all are the main objects of SAP system development. So mostly you work on reports, mostly enhancements, workflows, module pool programs, and SAP forms. Okay guys, this is a common question at this point is, what do I need to know before I starting learning ABAP? As you are new and just starting your career in SAP ABAP, so this question is very important. If you already know another programming language, that's an advantage, because coding, you will be familiar with the coding actually. So you will already be comfortable with programming concepts, and you will just need to pick up ABAP's own syntax. It's new and old, like there is always a change in the syntax. So newly is very different syntax. So let's. But if you are completely new to programming, for that, don't worry. There is no need to learn any other language first. So you can start directly with the ABAP. So, so who is ABAP actually for? Like, who can actually use ABAP and who can develop in SAP using ABAP language? If you are a recent graduate looking to build a career in IT, ABAP is a great entry point, I will say. Great entry point. If you are already a developer working in another programming language, learning ABAP is still valuable. So SAP ERP is hugely popular, like in worldwide. So it adds a strong advantage to your professional career. And if you are an SAP functional consultant who wants to become a techno-functional consultant, ABAP is very natural. I will say very natural, very easy, and next step to pick up for you. Okay, here is a point. Let's talk about what an actual ABAP learning journey looks like, starting with the basics. So you will start by getting familiar with the SAP development environment, then move into the ABAP data dictionary, that's tables, views, data elements, and domains. From there, you will learn core ABAP syntax, things like the write command, control statements, and case statements, loops, subroutines, functionals, and function groups, and etc. etc. And after that, comes classical and ALV report development, and in a higher way, I will tell that functional modules also come in this, along with the RFC and BAPI's concept. And then you can say that SAP script and smart forms, module pool programming, data conversion techniques like LSMW, BDC, and BAPI. And finally, we will specifically and specially we will learn that how to debug an ABAP program. Once you are comfortable with the basics, here is where the roadmap goes next. So we will be moving into object-oriented programming in ABAP, enhancements in our learning also. And I will say that SAP ABAP also more working on this object-oriented programming concepts. So enhancements which let you add custom functionality into standard SAP application, ALE and IDocs, which is used for integrating SAP with other SAP systems or even non-SAP systems. And beyond that, there is workflows, web dempros, web services, and OData, and finally ABAP on HANA, which brings ABAP development into SAP's modern in-memory database world. So HANA is basically is the SAP's own DB database. So that's very important nowadays. So one last important thing before we wrap up, which tool do you actually use to write ABAP code? It's a very important question. How ABAP development happens inside the SAP system itself using something called the ABAP Workbench. So ABAP Workbench is made up of several components, and each one has its own transaction code. Transaction code is what a specific code, 4 to 5 characters, maybe more, that is used to access a special screen to do a specific work. So like SAP ABAP editor, where you write the program, uses transaction code SE38. Okay, the repository browser where you access most of the development objects, it's SE80. The ABAP data dictionary uses SE11. The screen and menu painter uses SE51 and SE41. The function builder uses SE37, SAP script uses SE71, and Smart Forms simply uses the transaction code Smart Forms with the name. These transaction code will become very familiar if you start practicing on SAP ABAP. So one thing very important we learned here, that any screen you need to access, you need to know its decode. You can access any screen to build anything in SAP, even using the functional screens. You must need to know their decode, and using their decode you can access that screen. So that's ABAP, and we covered what about ABAP actually is, and uh, how it compares to other programming languages, and what you can build with it, who it's for, and a full roadmap from basic to advanced ABAP. I just told in a shorter way. So, and thank you for your time. Bye bye.